Who are we when no one is watching? We know this about ourselves. When we see a police car, we slow down, and when it disappears, we speed up again. We speak kindly in front of others, but complain about them when we get home. We know what is right, yet when no one is watching, we act a little differently. This is our story. Not just yours, not just mine, but a story we all experience in some way. Hello? Today, let us quietly look at ourselves through a very old story, not to judge, but to understand and move forward little by little. We sometimes ask ourselves, am I an honest person? But perhaps the more accurate question is this: am I honest even when no one is watching? At work, we are diligent because our boss is watching. At church, we appear devout because people are watching. But when we are alone at home, in that moment when we think no one will know, who are we? Most of us live with this kind of duplicity, not because we want to be bad people, but because we just naturally live this way. We slow down only when we see a police car. We are polite only in front of others. And when we are alone, we live by slightly different standards. We know this. We also know what is right, but knowing doesn't mean we always live that way. And in that gap, we sometimes become uncomfortable with ourselves. Can I call myself an honest person? This question quietly disturbs us in the corner of our hearts. Genesis records the story of a man named Joseph. Joseph was sold by his brothers and became a slave in Egypt, working in the house of a high official named Potiphar. Joseph was very diligent, and Potiphar trusted him, so he entrusted all the household affairs to Joseph. But Potiphar's wife tried to seduce Joseph. The Bible records this very directly. She spoke to Joseph day after day, and Joseph refused. Here is what we need to notice. Joseph didn't refuse only in front of people, even when no one was there. Even in a situation where no one would notice, he refused the same way. The Bible records it like this: one day when no one was in the house, Potiphar's wife grabbed Joseph's garment, but Joseph left his garment behind and ran out of that place. Joseph could have not been caught. No one might have known. But the reason Joseph refused was not because people were watching. Joseph said this: "How could I do such a wicked thing and sin against God?" Joseph's standard was not people, but God. Whether people were watching or not, Joseph had an unwavering standard in his heart, and he lived according to that standard, even when he was alone, even when no one knew. Most of us do not live like Joseph. Honestly speaking, we are not as strong as Joseph. We cannot refuse temptation so firmly, and choosing what is right when no one is watching is really not easy. But here is what matters. Even if we cannot be as perfect as Joseph, recognizing his honesty and having the heart to move our lives little by little in that direction is precious. Honesty is not perfection. Honesty is direction. Noticing, I am doing something wrong right now. Acknowledging, I become a different person when no one is watching. And desiring, I want to become a more consistent person. This is the first step toward honesty. Joseph was the same person even when alone. Whether in front of people or by himself, Joseph lived by the same standard. We may not be that consistent, but if we notice that gap and try to close it little by little, we are slowly becoming honest people. And this is also the most important thing we can show our children as parents. Parents can show their children a life with standards. This is right, that is wrong. Clear values, unwavering principles. And parents can also show their children honesty and self-reflection. Mom made mistakes too. Dad isn't perfect either. Acknowledging one's shortcomings, reflecting, and getting up again. But what matters most is that children see their parents' consistency. Parents who are the same person in front of others and at home. Parents who are not perfect, but try to choose what is right even when alone. Parents who acknowledge mistakes, apologize when wrong, and still get up again without giving up. Children see who we are when we are alone. They remember how we act when no one is watching. And children do not remember perfect parents. They remember honest parents. Parents who acknowledge their duplicity and gradually change. Parents who try to be the same person even when no one is watching. Our parents weren't perfect, but they were honest. This is the most precious legacy we can give our children. What we need is not perfection, but direction. It's okay if we can't change all at once. We can move forward little by little. If we make mistakes, we can get up again. What matters is that we know what kind of person we want to become, and we are walking little by little toward that direction. For a moment, let us quietly lay down our hearts before God. God, you know how duplicitous we are. We are one way in front of people, but different when we are alone. We know we are not perfect. We cannot firmly reject temptation like Joseph. And when no one is watching, we often choose the easier path. But today we want to become a little more honest. We want to be the same person in front of others and when we are alone. Even if we cannot do it perfectly, help us become people who know the direction and move little by little in that direction. Help us notice our own duplicity and give us the courage to acknowledge it and gradually change. Help us also be remembered by our children, not as perfect parents, but as parents who tried to be honest. Today as well, help us live conscious of you, even in places where no one is watching. Amen. We are not perfect, but we know the direction, and we can move forward step by step toward it. Being the same person even when alone, choosing what is right even when no one is watching, this is not easy, but it is not impossible either. Today, may we become a little more honest. May we become a little more consistent, whether in front of others or alone. Slowly and honestly, step by step,